Well, I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public. The German and American media tries to bring war to the people in Europe, to bring war to Russia. This is a point of no return, and I'm going to stand up and say it is not right what I have done in the past. To manipulate people, to make propaganda against Russia, and it is not right what my colleagues do and have done in the past, because they are bribed to betray the people, not only in Germany, all over Europe. I am very fearful of a new war in Europe, and I don't like to have this situation again, because war is never coming from itself. There is always people behind it to push for war. And this is not only politicians, this is journalists too. We have betrayed in the past our readers just to push for war. I don't want this anymore. I'm fed up with this propaganda. We live in a banana republic and not in a democratic country where we have press freedom. The German media, especially my colleagues who day by day write against the Russians, who are in transatlantic organizations and who are supported by the United States to do so. I became an honorary citizen of the state of Oklahoma in the United States. Why? Just because I write pro-American. I wrote pro-American. I was supported by the Central Intelligence Agency, by the CIA. Why? Because I should be pro-American. I'm fed up with it. I don't want to do it anymore. I just imagined in my car while I was driving to this interview, I just tried to work out in my brain what would have happened if I would have written a pro-Russian article in the Frankfurter Allgemeine. We were all educated to write pro-European, pro-American, but please, not pro-Russian. But this is not what I understand for democracy and for press freedom. I'm very sorry for that. Well, Germany is still a kind of a colony of the United States. You see that in many points, like the majority of the Germans don't want to have nukes in our country, but we still have American nukes. So we are still a kind of a colony of the Americans. And being a colony, it is very easy to approach young journalists through what is very important here is transatlantic organizations. All journalists from really respected and recommended big German newspapers, magazines, radio stations, TV stations, they are all members or guests of those big transatlantic organizations. And there, in these transatlantic organizations, you are approached to be pro-American. They invite you for seeing the United States. They pay for that. They pay all your expenses and everything. So you are bribed. You get more and more corrupt because they make you good contacts. Is this only the case with German journalists? No. I think it is especially the case with British journalists because they have a much closer relationship. It is especially the case with Israelis, of course with French journalists. It is the case for Australian journalists, for journalists from New Zealand, from Taiwan, there is many countries in the Arab world, like Jordan, for example. Sometimes the intelligence agencies, they come to your office and want you to write an article. I just remember that the German Foreign Intelligence, Bundesnachrichtendienst, it is just a sister organization of the Central Intelligence Agency. It was founded by the American Intelligence Agency. It came to my office at the Frankfurter Allgemeine in Frankfurt. And they wanted me to write an article about Libya and about Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. They gave me all these secret informations, and they just wanted me to sign the article with my name. I did that, but it was an article that was published in the Frankfurter Allgemeine. It was a story that was printed worldwide 2 days later, but I had no information on that. I have had, let me say, 6 times my house was house searched. I've had 3 heart attacks. I have no children. So if they want to bring me to court or to prison, so it's worse for the truth.